From the KPIX newsroom, this is Bay Area Night Beat on KBCW.
There it is, redemption for Golden State. One of the great playoff runs of all time is complete.
Oh, what a night. For the first time ever, the Golden State Warriors clinch the NBA championship on their home court. Hello and welcome. I'm Veronica Dela Cruz. We have team coverage for you tonight on tonight's big championship. Let's begin with Night Beat's Kristen Ayers. She's live outside of Oracle Arena for us. We see Dennis O'Donnell there as well, but we begin tonight with Kristen. Kristen?
Veronica, it is a party out here. I mean, the energy has been electric all night out here. Fans started streaming out shortly after that MVP trophy was awarded earlier this evening, and I have a feeling there is no chance that they're going to be stopping anytime soon. There are hundreds of people out here having a party. Earlier tonight, as we were inside Oracle Arena, we were standing there as the confetti came down, the game wrapped up. For fans, this was a dream come true, and many of the fans that are out here tonight, diehard fans who were willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases just to get a front row seat. Some courtside tickets went for $133,000 for 2 seats next to the game. We also talked to people who were in the nosebleeds for $700. Some spent $1,500 just to have seats where they could hardly see anything, but they said it was all about the energy. It was all about witnessing history, watching the win on home court, and at the end of the day, it was well worth it. You spent $25,000.
That's embarrassing, but it was expensive. But to come back here and win it is better! Best night of my life. Love these guys.
I would say that it's obviously a gentleman's sweep. How about the Warriors, though? We got you back for last year or not?
It was great. We came all the way from Lisbon to watch the game. From Portugal?
Yay! From Portugal!
Hey, guys!
It's amazing, you know. I was telling somebody else, the Oakland fans, the East Bay fans are great.
And it's been nothing but safe and fun out here tonight, but authorities still aren't taking any chances. You can see some SWAT officers up high manning the rooftop of Oracle Arena. We've seen a lot of officers out here just patrolling the area, making sure things stay safe. Bomb squads on scene, K-9 officers. And so far, we're not hearing of anything going wrong at all. But like I said, it's going to be a late night. People are going to be out here partying for some time. Veronica?
A lot of happy faces there, Kristen. We appreciate it. Thank you. Now, after this championship, many people are throwing around the D word, dynasty. Night Beat's Dennis O'Donnell continues our team coverage for us tonight. And Dennis, moments ago, you were tweeting about the champagne flowing in the Warriors locker room. So tell us more.
I just got out of the locker room. Obviously, a very joyous one indeed. The champagne is gone and everybody's wet. How about that? You know, Veronica, last year, the Warriors blew a 3-1 series lead to these Cleveland Cavaliers. So they went out and signed Kevin Durant to make sure this collapse would not happen again. Cleveland dominated Game 4, that's right, but it ended tonight. The Cavs jumped out to an early 8-point lead, but the Warriors went on a 21-2 run to erase all of that. Steph Curry's floater somehow falls, Warriors up 9. Golden State closed thanks to that. Kevin Durant had 39 points tonight and was named the series MVP in his first year with the Warriors. It's the franchise's third title since moving to the Bay Area. Let's hit the locker room.
You know, we had a letdown last year. I had a letdown last year. But like I told everybody before, that if Kevin Durant was the consolation prize to lose, thanks for that loss, and we champs this year.
Winning is fantastic. I've been so lucky to be part of so many championship teams as a player and now as a coach, and it never gets old. But tonight was a little different, just based on the things I've had to go through.
Veronica, I've been covering the Golden State Warriors for 36 years. I remember the era when nobody wanted to sign with this basketball team. So when you have the opportunity to seize the greatest free agent available on the market, you get his name on the dotted line. Kevin Durant, there's no question, was the difference maker in this Warriors team. You said dynasty. As long as they keep this core team together, intact, that dynasty could become reality. Wow. Reporting from Oracle, Dennis O'Donnell. on the Night Beat.
All right, Dennis, thank you. We're actually asking you this question on Twitter tonight. What do you think of Kevin Durant? Did he make a huge difference? Tweet me right now, Veronica D.L. Cruz. All right, let's go and take a look at the Oakland City streets. This is just a few moments ago. Our helicopter there has been overhead, looking at all the people who are out on the streets celebrating. Of course, there is a strong presence of police officers. There are squad cars, as you see right there. But again, the bottom line, lots of people are out there smiling. A lot of people out there partying as well. Night Beat's Maria Medina has been there in uptown Oakland in the midst of all of those ecstatic fans. Maria, what is the mood like where you are?
Well, of course, excitement all around. It is one big party here in Oakland right now. And just on this corner, we have heard cheering and honking and lots of fireworks. And certainly the night is still young, and police do have a warning. As the minutes turned into seconds, Warriors fans began to celebrate.
We won. That's it. That's all that matters. Best basketball team on planet Earth.
I'm so excited.
Were you nervous, though?
I was a little nervous, but I believed in them.
Valiant effort, though, but you got to come harder when you mess with the Warriors.
But before the party began, Oakland police could be seen on almost every block in Uptown. One office building boarded up just in case fans get out of hand. Tonight, they celebrate history, and police hope they do it peacefully. And we have heard of several street closures here in Oakland because of partying, including the one right behind me, that is Telegraph and 22nd. Oakland police do say that there are no days off for them today. All hands are on deck. Again, the night's still young, a lot of excitement. You can hear the honking behind me and the cheering, but so far, so good. Everyone is behaving, and I can tell you no trouble behind my live shot, so that's a victory for me. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. You know, moments after the game ended, the Warriors tweeted this, quote, "For the second time in 3 seasons, the Warriors are your NBA champions." Good news, the Warriors victory parade will start at 10 a.m. on Thursday. It will happen in downtown Oakland, and there is the parade route. It's going to start at 11th and Broadway. It will end with a public rally near the Civic Center. Fans can start lining up, though, at 5 o'clock in the morning at Lakeshore and 12th. We will have live coverage of the parade and all the championship festivities. That's starting at 9:30 in the morning over on our sister station, KPIX 5. All right, let's get you to some other news now in politics. Tomorrow, Attorney General Jeff Sessions will take questions from the Senate Intelligence Committee about Russia and the firing of the FBI director. Sessions will testify in an open hearing at his own request. This after new questions emerged during last week's testimony by former FBI Director James Comey. Among them, what was Sessions' role in the firing of Comey after Sessions had recused himself from the investigation into Russian meddling in the U.S. election? The White House says it welcomes tomorrow's event.
The president's been clear. He wants this to get investigated as soon as possible and be done with it so he can continue with the business of the American people.
Tomorrow's Senate Intelligence Committee hearings will begin at 11:30 o'clock in the morning, our time. You can watch it live on our sister station, KPIX 5. We'll have full coverage here on Night Beat after. Also tonight, a second federal appeals court has now ruled against the president's revised travel ban. This time, the Ninth Circuit in San Francisco. Mr. Trump wants to ban visitors temporarily from 6 majority Muslim nations. Today, in a unanimous vote, 3 judges said he violated immigration law by discriminating against people based on nationality. They added that he failed to show that such people's entry into the country would hurt American interests. Senator Dianne Feinstein said this, quote, "While presidents have broad authority over immigration, the Ninth Circuit rightly noted that power is not absolute, and President Trump far exceeded it." Some parents are outraged tonight after learning that a teacher at an East Bay elementary school is accused of slapping students. The incident happened on Friday. Students at Bay Elementary School in San Lorenzo say that the substitute teacher slapped them and then cursed at them. But parents were not notified until an email went out over the weekend.
She had went to the teacher to go ask her, if she needed help. And at that point, I'm not too exactly sure from my daughter's standpoint. She said she had pretty hardly, hit her hand on her head and said, "I don't like nosy kids."
The San Lorenzo School District says this is an ongoing investigation. The teacher has been placed on administrative leave. There are new questions tonight about the flaring that happened at the Valero refinery in Benicia. It turns out the health impact may be much worse than initially thought. It's all going to top your 2-minute mix. Tonight, we're learning last month's flaring actually released more than a year's worth of sulfur dioxide into the air. It's according to a report filed by Valero with the Governor's Office of Emergency Services. In just 2 weeks, the Valero refinery released 74,000 tons of toxic gas compared to 15,000 tons in all of 2016.
Sulfur dioxide is a fairly harmful chemical that can cause damage to your skin or irritate your eyes and lungs, can exacerbate or make worse people who are suffering from asthma.
The mayor of Benicia has called for more transparency from the refinery, and next month the city council will consider whether to impose new rules on Valero. Tonight, a new plan to protect one of the neighborhoods hit hardest by the Coyote Creek flooding in San Jose. Tomorrow, the Santa Clara County Valley Water District will consider extending flood walls and levees a few miles upstream. The proposal is designed to protect that area from future flooding. This February, low-lying neighborhoods were under about 4 feet of water when the creek spilled over its banks. Repairs to storm-damaged roads in the South Bay tonight have begun, and it could be a rough week for tens of thousands of Highway 17 commuters. Caltrans workers will be repaving asphalt in the number 2 southbound lane from Summit Road to Vine Hill Road until Thursday. Friday, they move to a stretch between Sims Road to Pasatiempo Drive. Caltrans says to expect delays. 911 dispatchers in San Francisco tonight say that they are being stretched to the limit. Today, dozens testified at a City Hall hearing that the system is not working. Only 117 dispatchers are currently working in San Francisco. A manageable number is 163. That's according to the department. Dispatchers are regularly working 16-hour days.
We're tired. We're not machines. You can't expect us to answer call after call after call without needing a break.
The city plans to schedule another hearing to address recruitment and retention. Coming up, transforming the skyline. San Jose has some big plans for the future, but there is one thing standing in the way. Plus, Raiders fans tonight not going down without a fight. Their latest strategy to keep football in Oakland. And Brian's here. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Veronica. Chilly, kind of a weird weekend, and now for something completely different. What do you hear is going to happen next weekend as we look at this lit up all-in-one?
And the party is going off tonight. The Golden State Warriors are your 2017 NBA champs. The celebration, as you can see, kicking off outside Oracle Arena with a bang. Look at those fireworks. Chopper 5 there getting a bird's eye view of the gorgeous fireworks shooting from the roof. Fans are there in the parking lot all over the city. Drivers on Interstate 880 getting to enjoy this show. We're going to have much more on the big win straight ahead in sports. Well, tonight, Raiders fans gearing up for a potential battle in court. The franchise plans to leave to Las Vegas, but at a news conference at Oakland City Hall today, a group of fans say that they are looking into legal options to keep the Raiders' name and colors in Oakland. They've even enlisted a high-profile sports attorney to explore their options to ensure that the NFL has a team in Oakland.
What happened in Oakland stays in Oakland. We're breaking our silence on this situation, and we are absolutely interested in exploring our options to keep professional football here in Oakland.
A similar situation played out in the 90s when the Cleveland Browns left for Baltimore to become the Ravens. After extensive talks, Cleveland kept the name and team colors, and a new Browns team was reactivated a few years later. Some major changes tonight could be coming to downtown San Jose. The city is looking to transform the skyline, but Night Beat's Mark Sayre reports there is one thing standing in the way.
All day long, plane after plane comes in seemingly right on top of downtown buildings. Those on the planes might see just real estate down below, but the city sees economic development. Higher buildings mean more housing, more office space, more tax revenue, and better planning.
Our aspiration is to build a city that is taller, not wider.
we've got beautiful hillsides, we've got beautiful open spaces, and the way that we can preserve those is by densifying in our core.
The city last commissioned a study in 2006 to see just how high downtown can go, but city officials say the mix of planes at the airport and aircraft technology have changed a whole lot since then.
And so being able to add 10 stories to one of these high rises in downtown could help enormously along several fronts.
The mayor is calling for a $100,000 study in his final budget message. It would cover not only the downtown core, but also the Diridon Station area, where Google and the city are talking about a massive complex that could employ perhaps 20,000 people. Just last week, the mayor spoke of the Google plans, but as for the timing of this study, is there a connection with the potential Google development as well?
Well, certainly we have aspirations to build higher in the Diridon area as well, but really the timing is more coincidental. The timing is right certainly now as we see so much interest in development of downtown to really call the question.
And that was Mark Sayre reporting there. All right, trending tonight, NBA champions. Once again, the Golden State Warriors are savoring their big victory tonight. Oh yeah, we just found this. The team tweeting this video. As you can see there, pretty emotional win for the Warriors. Lots of tears, lots of happy faces, lots of excitement. Just an incredible end to an amazing season. Here's a look at the Chronicle's front page celebrating the Warriors' championship win. It features this large photograph of the players exulting on the court as gold-colored confetti comes streaming down from the rafters. We're also asking tonight how big of a difference you think Kevin Durant made on the team this year. Send me your thoughts on this. Veronica D.L. Cruz. And maybe one of the biggest food debates ever, does pineapple belong on pizza? I think it does, but I don't know, maybe you don't. Some sad news to report, though. We're learning that the man behind the infamous creation has passed away. Sam Panopoulos decided one day to add the sweet fruit to pizza to see how it would taste, and the rest is history. Panopoulos died last week. He was 83 years old. And some video of a Maryland teen dancing after having open heart surgery going viral tonight. This is 15-year-old Amari Hall, and he was born with a heart defect. He needed a heart transplant. Only 6 days after his life-saving surgery, Amari surprised hospital staff and his family by showing off these amazing dance moves and having an all-out dance party, even with the nurses and the doctors. Brian Hackney joins us now with Outside and more, and there is a big dance party going on right now in the streets of Oakland.
In fact, there is, and for good reason, too. Boy, the Warriors, first time in 40 years, actually did it at home, so good for them. And over the weekend, I don't know if it happened to you, but it happened out in the Sierra. No business like snow business, but come on, in June, it's just the winter that would not let go. 5 to 10 inches of snow in the Sierra, winter weather advisories. And tomorrow, we'll be 1 week away from the summer solstice. In the meantime, overnight lows tonight back in the Bay Area, you're going to be looking at 40s up in Santa Rosa and 51 in the city. Sun up tomorrow morning at 13 minutes for 6 a.m. That deep low is now heading east, and that high pressure is going to replace it. And what that means is that numbers are going to rise dramatically, and we'll have increased sunshine. The Futurecast shows hardly a high or a low cloud out there, so we'll be severely clear right through the weekend after tomorrow morning. Much warmer this week, and then by the weekend, we're looking at numbers to hit about 100 degrees inland. So increasing sun temperatures, 100 degrees by the time we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For tomorrow, 80 degrees in Santa Rosa, 81 for Concord, and 67 in San Francisco. It's back to normal. But as the week goes on, the temperatures warm up. And look at Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. From a very cold and snowy weekend in this area, we're going to be back into near-record territory. Veronica?
Wow. All right, we're going to hit 100. Yep. Good stuff. Brian, thank you. Game On is next. We've got more news on the Warriors, and we want to know tonight, did signing Kevin Durant make all the difference for the Warriors' big win tonight? Let me know. You can tweet me at Veronica D.L. Cruz.
The Bay Area has not had a team celebrate a championship in its home venue since 1974. That was the Oakland A's beating the Dodgers in the World Series. And of course, that was just a few feet away. Tonight, that streak came to an end. The cast of Hamilton sang the national anthem, maybe the only ticket that's hotter than the Warriors right now in the Bay Area. Cleveland started strong after a Warrior turnover. LeBron goes the other way, dunks it over Kevin Durant. Cavs up 8 points. But the Warriors flipped the switch in the second thanks to Andre Iguodala's steal and massive jam on the other end. The roof came down at Oracle. The Cavs quickly had their lead gone. Curry's never going to miss when he's that wide open. Warriors up 5, Curry at 34. Still in the second, Irving knocks down the 3, but the Cavs don't get back. Curry, KD on a long pass for the easy bucket. They led by as many as 17 and a half. Give the Cavs credit. They didn't fold. LeBron gets the hoop and the foul. Cut the Warriors' lead to just 5 in the third quarter. LeBron had 41. But Iguodala saved his best playoff game for tonight. Curry slings a pretty pass to Iggy for the jam. 10-point Warrior lead in the fourth. The Cavs couldn't make any kind of run because Durant was 14 of 20 from the field. He had 39 points. He averaged 35 in the series and was named the Finals MVP. The Warriors win their third NBA title and second in the last 3 years. 129-120 is the final.
Obviously, we were heartbroken last year, and but this year was our turn, and we're obviously quite happy, if you couldn't tell by my wet hair.
People think it was easy because we went 16-1, but it was far from easy. We worked our ass off for this thing.
There's 55 seconds left, and I went over to half court line, and I bent down. I was like, is this really happening? And Dre was like, keep playing to the end. Andre Iguodala was like, keep playing. We got 50 seconds left. And I'm like, bro, we about to win a title.
NBA trophy. We'll be back after this.
Did signing Kevin Durant make all the difference for the Warriors' big win tonight? The majority of you are saying yes, 84%, only 16% say no. Chris tweeting tonight, of course he did. KD saved the day, Warriors on his back, and won MVP. Derek Chung adding the pressure, the torture, the agony, all worth it. Congrats, Dub Nation, and to the city of Oakland. And that is going to do it for us here at night. Big congrats to the Warriors, the 2017 NBA champs. Have a good night.